This is a little bit of an updated video, and I'm just hoping I can do this real time as we talk without fumbling too much. But what it's about is about using scripts for ordering, and and like a more advanced version of that. I've updated the previous scripts I'd put in for buying and selling and things. So I've got them up here, ready just for you. I'm just going to show you what they do, which is going to be, we're going to buy. So you literally just drag and drop that on there if you want. You can assign hotkeys to these, of course, just by setting an hotkey. I think I've got a Alt or whatever. I think I use Alt A for buy and Alt S for sell, because it just makes more sense because I haven't got to go across the other side of the keyboard. I can do it all with one hand then. And so that's it really. I mean, this is just click that, and I think if you double click it, it'll buy as well. Yeah, see, we've got 2 tickets now. So it will buy at the same time if you double click it, in this case, or if you drag and drop it on. So the thing I want to show you is the modifications you can do to it. So I've just opened up the editor by pressing enter while that was selected, or I could just right click and modify. See, enter, modify, whatever. Apologies to those who already know this thing inside out. So what we do is at the top of it, you can see that you've got the option to change the amount you're trading. This is the stop. Risk is the stop, obviously, and the reward that you want is that. And then this is the description that you see, which if you right click and you've got comments on, you'll see that. Now these are useful if you're using something like FX Blue and you're doing a ton of orders and you want to know like what works and what stops. If you're getting stopped out, like if you just trade on, this is euro dollar, if you're just trading on one currency, for example, you can look back and you can view these comments in FX Blue, and you'll see you're getting stopped out all the while because it'll say, oh, I've stopped out market orders 10, 10, 10, but 15s you didn't. Just as an example. Obviously, I know nothing. Everybody knows that. But, you know, I still try. You can't fault me for that. If everybody loves a trier. Right. The other thing I want to show you then is, let's just get rid of these duff trades. We can do the same with the sell. As you can see, we're selling now. We might make some money back here. So, and I'll double click it this time. Yeah. So I've got 2 tickets going. And it's the same again. We'll right click and we'll modify it. Let's close that one because we're finished with that. And don't forget, once you've made any changes to this, you only need to change it. All of this down here doesn't matter, unless, of course, you wanted to do it where whenever you press the button, it went on a specific currency, and that probably wouldn't apply to this. It would just be Euro USD. That's from a different broker, from a spread bet broker. Where's that gone now? There it is. So you can uncomment that line and comment out that line if you wanted to use a specific currency. But everything else remains the same. This is a slippage. I only allow 1 pip slippage. Most things have 3. I think 3 pips is a big slip, and I wouldn't really be interested in that trade anyway. But I suppose when you're trying to scalp like I do, every pip counts. Right, so let's close that. Close. Then we're going to go into the more interesting ones, which at look at that, 2 pip spread on the euro dollar. Really, these grids are much more interesting, and I'm using them at the moment on there. And I've got a fill here earlier. Basically, I just put the order grids of different varying distances and sizes, so there's a mesh there. And I've learnt this from somebody else. I don't take any credit for this, and I'm still trying to make it work for me. It's you have to be on the ball with it. I think we're up at the moment, actually. Yes, we are up slightly. These are only sort of little orders anyway. They're 10p in UK, which is the same as a 0.1k. I think, anyway. It's 10 pence a pip, that's all you need to know. So all these orders that it's been down to here have got filled. These are orders that are waiting. So if it flies down again, it picks some more up and hopefully come up here far enough to make some money. But who knows? Like here, if we'd have bought this here, if I was down here rather than there, of course, then we'd have had 30 pips worth of profit on that one. And as you can see, I've got these tippy tops here, which I'm just trying it out. It's the first time I've really had a go at it on swing trading on the 4 hour, so I'll give it a whirl, see how it goes. Anyway, back to here, because you can see this better, can't you? Most people can. So this is the grid I'm using. It's not particularly this one. I've modified it to suit me, but I'm going to show you how this works. This is spawned from an idea of one of my mentors, and he suggested this, who's a brilliant script trader and hotkey trader, and so I figured out a way to get it done. That is my email up there. It's no big secret. But the first time I did it, which I'm not sure if I've got this on somewhere. The first time I did it, all this information was stored down here in these lines. So if you had 5 tickets for buy, these are limit grids, and 5 tickets for sell, then that was 10 changes you had to make. So I've modified it with like version 2. This is the pro version. That's what it is. It's the pro version. But I modified it so that you can change the period, and it gives you some examples there. And this is the description as usual. We love this description. This could get you out of trouble one day. You can put what you like in there, but for buy and sell, I mean, really, I think we should just have like that. Sell. That's what I have. The less characters you can manage with, the better, really. Because it's all space on your screen, isn't it? You see. So that's that. At the moment, this is only set to do one order. I'll show you what it'll do now. If I drag this limit grid in, so if I say, if the price comes here, I want to buy it. So then it puts a buy limit in, and then there's my 20 pip take profit, and this is my 10 pip stop. And this little arrow is just showing you where the order's placed. And that's an optional thing. You can remove that, because if you put a load of these in, you get a load of little arrows. Sometimes they're good because you can reflect back and see how good or bad your placement was. So if I got that and I wanted the no arrows, you can see the colour there. The colour for buy and the colour for sell is blue and red. If you was to put in there colour none, for example, and the none has to be all capitals, then there wouldn't be a colour. I'll demonstrate that to you. Colour none. Colour none. You'll notice that it prompts you for that if you put that colour none. See, it tells you that it's right then. I don't think it does it until you put the next letter in. Oh, you just press enter at that point. And because of my OCD, I have to put these back where they were. I know. Don't forget, whenever you make any changes, compile, make sure there are no red errors. The other stuff doesn't matter because these are unused tickets. But as long as you've got no red bits, if you get red bits, it hasn't compiled and it won't work. Also, it doesn't work if your stops are too tight based on your currency specifications, which are in here. If it doesn't do anything, that's why, because your stop's not tight enough or too tight or whatever, really. Whatever. Right, so let's dig a bit deeper now. We've got our order here, haven't we? Let me just close all this stuff. If I do, is it that key? Yeah. Let me get rid of that key, get rid of all the pendings, get rid of all the little marks on the screen. First of all, no arrow. So we replace it with colour none. So that's that problem solved. And then we're going to go and we're going to make a grid now. So at the moment, I've got them set for 10 pips apart. The first order is exactly where you place it, and then every 10 pips afterwards. Buy limit, sell limit. You could change these if you want to do a 5 pip grid, just change them to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Or you might want to do a 3, a 10, a 5, a 3, a 5, a 12, a 17. You can put what you like there. It doesn't matter. It's the gap is from where you're putting the mouse. I hope that comes across clear enough. Ignore all this. And if you go down here, you'll see these are commented out. So what we're going to do then, we're going to add, where's my home key? We're going to make this 5 tickets. So we need 4, don't we? Ticket 0, that's the first one. And then to 4 is 5. So 0, 1, 2, because you count 0 as 1. Those for buys. And then further down you'll see sell limit header. It's a little bit advanced, but I'm sure that, like me, you'll soon figure it out. So I'll compile that. Now, in theory, we should get a 10 pip array of orders. Every 10 pips, we should get an order. So limit grid, drag it. Now I want to put it here, because this looks like a nice floor to be buying, doesn't it? Although I guess next time I'll just smash through it, because it's been there before. So we could buy this wick, say, like that. Now you see what's happened there? Maybe if I change the colour of these, oh god, so if I make the stop levels yellow, and I'm going to make the volumes chart, hang on, that colour, chart reuse. It's an unusual colour, isn't it? Oh, that's worse still, isn't it? Oh my god. Hang on. Right, so I'm going to make that blue. I'm going to make the stops red. It should be pretty clear now, shouldn't it? Yeah, right. So you can see the blue. Now the blue lines you can't see, which are where we first played. These are take profits. The blue lines you can't see are because we've gone over the top. So if I put the stop levels and I take the colour off and put none, you'll see just the orders now. So you see we put 5 orders in, but obviously you've got take profits that will override these because they're really evenly placed and they're very close together really. Probably not the ideal way to do it. I don't know what the ideal way is, but anyway, you get the idea. So then when the price comes smashing down here because of the news announcement, it'll probably go to here or here. The non-farm payrolls, for example, or something like that. Often it'll just plummet somewhere and then bounce back. So you've got your orders waiting down here for it. That's the idea behind it. And you could have 10 of these things, or you could have like 10 grid, and then in between it you could have like a 3 grid, and you'd have varying stops and take profit. So like, I don't know. Anyway, the idea is that you play with it and have great fun with it and do stuff, like do stuff like make money with it. And I'll show you the buy stopping. I'll show you how it works a bit more. I just want to get this back to great. Put that like that so we can see that the thing's working. Right, let's get rid of these orders. And now I want to do the limit grid and the same here. So this time it'll be cells. So it's placed a load of sell orders up here. Exactly the same. So wherever you place it, obviously it'll be a limit either up or down. Okay, let's get rid of those orders. Now we've done the same with the stop grid, which is exactly the same. So if you're a breakout trader and you say, I'm willing to buy it here, I mean, you could always move these manually after if you wanted. Doesn't matter, does it? No real need, but so you can move the order as well. If it's just a single ticket, which this starts off as, I'm going to ship these out as a single ticket, and hopefully you'll figure out how to add 5 tickets. And if you're into this kind of thing, then you'll take the time and just spend 10 minutes in there. You'll soon figure it out, honestly. It can't be that hard because I can do it. So you get the idea. So the price breaks out past here, I'm going to buy it, or you could just, you could just drag this to the next or 1.5 candles away, and then think, right, if it smashes through there, I'm going to get in and get out and get rich really quick. I'm going to do $30,000 in 9 days. Excuse me. Green tea with lemon. Apparently, I need antioxidant or something. I need oxygen, actually. At my age, I'll tell you, you've got no idea. You haven't seen the half of it. Right, let's go into this stop grid. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same layout. And if you want to add sell stop, buy stops, if you put it above, below, etc. If you want to add more tickets, uncomment them. So deleting these 2 slashes, sell stop area. See, so Really, I suppose they could do being in here, couldn't they? So you can see them a bit easier. These are just labels, obviously. Oh, goodness me. That green tea with lemon certainly sorting me out. What? Compiled again. Every change you make, hit the compile button. You don't need to save it unless you want to save it as a different name, which is what you would normally do. So you would save this. I'm going to put this back because I'm going to ship this one out to you guys. I'm going to drop a link in the video description in a moment for you. Listen, I can do this afterwards, can't I? You don't need to see me do that. So you got the idea. I want to do a sell stop here, or I want to do a buy stop here. You could bracket the market with that, couldn't you? You could bracket the news. The news. Everybody wants to trade the news. And that's the idea. Really, that's about it, isn't it? Listen, I'll package these up. I'll bang a link in the description. Fill your boots. Have a great time. And when you find the recipe that works, please share it out and let everybody share the wealth. Share the love, man. Right, I'm going to go ahead and finish off this green tea with lemon. Oh, such a health